Hey everyone, welcome back to my Pretty Little Liars rewatch series. Today we're talking about Season 1, Episode 4, Can You Hear Me Now? And honestly, this is where you really start to realize that A isn't just sending creepy texts anymore, they're actively controlling the girls' lives, and every move they make seems to be watched. The episode starts with the girls still trying to balance normal life while constantly looking over their shoulders. Every time their phones buzz, you can feel the anxiety, because they never know what A is going to do next. Let's start with Arya. Arya is still trying to figure out where things stand with Ezra. They know they shouldn't be together, but every attempt to create distance only seems to bring them closer. They're constantly stealing little moments together, and while the show definitely wanted us rooting for them back then, rewatching it now as an adult gives the relationship a completely different feeling. Things at home aren't much easier. Arya is still carrying around the weight of her dad Byron's affair. Every conversation with her parents reminds us that she's keeping a secret that's slowly eating away at her, and it's affecting how she sees everyone around her. Then we have Spencer. Spencer's trying to move on from everything that happened with Ren, but Melissa isn't letting it go. Their relationship keeps getting worse, and you can tell Spencer feels completely alone in her own house. Her parents never seem to take her side, and everything somehow ends up being her fault. One thing I noticed during this rewatch is just how much pressure Spencer is under. She expected to be perfect all the time. When she makes one mistake, everyone acts like it's the end of the world. Emily's storyline keeps getting stronger in this episode too. Her friendship with Maya continues to grow, and you can see Emily starting to relax whenever she's around her. Maya has this way of making Emily smile that nobody else really does. At the same time, Emily is terrified that someone is going to notice how she's feeling. There's a really sweet innocence to their friendship at this point, but you can already tell it's becoming something much deeper. Now let's talk about Hannah. Hannah is still trying to hold on to everything while pretending she's living the perfect popular girl life. Mona is by her side as always, but Hannah's home life is becoming more stressful. Ashley is struggling to provide for them, and Hannah can sense that something isn't right, even if her mom tries to hide it. One thing I love about Hannah is that underneath all the shopping, sarcasm, and confidence, she's probably one of the most caring characters on the show. You can already see a glimpse of that in the early episodes. And then there's Toby. The more we see Toby, the more confusing he becomes. Everyone in Rosewood treats him like he's dangerous because of what happened with Jenna. But the more screen time he gets, if this was my first time watching, I'd be less convinced that he's actually the villain everyone claims he is. It's interesting because Allison had such a strong influence on how everyone viewed people. Even though she's gone, her opinions are still shaping the girls' decisions. Of course, A isn't taking a break. The messages become even more personal, reminding each girl that no matter where they go, someone is watching. That's what makes A so terrifying this early in the series. It's not just secrets, it's the feeling that there's absolutely nowhere to hide. One thing this episode does really well is showing how the girls slowly begin to trust each other again. They've spent a year apart after Allison disappeared, but now they're realizing that the only people who truly understand what they're going through are each other. I also love how every single adult in Rosewood somehow manages to look suspicious. Seriously. Teachers, parents, police officers. It feels like everyone is hiding something. The writers do such a good job making you question every character that even someone walking through the background starts to seem suspicious. My favorite moment in this episode is seeing the girls begin acting more like a team instead of four separate people dealing with their own problems. It's the beginning of the friendship that carries the series. Looking back, there are also so many tiny clues hidden throughout these episodes that you don't even notice until you've watched the entire show. It's one of those reasons Pretty Little Liars is so much fun to rewatch. Overall, I'd give the episode a 9 out of 10. It keeps rebuilding the mystery, develops each girl's personal story, and reminds us that A is always one step ahead. But now, I want to hear your opinions. Who do you trust the least at this point in the series. Ezra, Toby, Melissa, someone else. Looking back now, it's crazy how suspicious literally everyone seemed in the first few episodes.